Hey, y'all remember that song Ghostface made when he was talking about his childhood and reflecting on his youth and what his mom did for them when they were younger, and how when he was young, he didn't know he would have a baby girl and three sons, and talk about how family ain't family no more, reminiscing on the fact that, man, we used to play ball, we used to eat eggs and grits after school because we didn't have money for a lot. We would share clothes, we would use the pliers to change the channel, and we even survived winters together with no coat. And our older brother being who he was, he still cracked jokes. But at the age of 6, Dad had to leave the crib. Mom packed his stuff, told him, yo, you got to roll. And Grandma held the family down while Mom was going through it. So it was 15 of us in a 3-bedroom house. And it was 4 in the bed, 2 at the foot, 2 at the head. He never liked to sleep with John because John peed the bed. And in the morning, they even had to share the same spoon when they were watching cartoons. And food was scarce, but it was all right because in the summer, free lunch would come around, and that's what would hold him down. And he even had to take notes to Miss Gloria for food, and sometimes he would be embarrassed, thinking that his homies were going to be laughing at him when he took that note there. And while he dealing with that, he got 2 brothers that got muscular dystrophy. But even with all this, he remembers his mom looking at him and just wiping the coal out of his eyes. And as he's going through these memories, that's when he would look up in the stars and analyze the skies and ask himself if he was supposed to be here and why. And that's when he understands and realizes, and looking at his mom like, look, all I got is you, and I'm so thankful that we made it through because we've been through a lot. And that's when he hears his mother's voice says, look, I know your dad left us, and I wasn't going to cry, but then it really started working me up when I started tears in your eyes. And even though he's not around, I'm going to always hold you down, and I'm going to always love you and be there for you. And that's when Papa Wu come in and says, like, look, the universe consists of the sun, moon, and stars, but also talking about man, woman, and child. And how you should never lose yourself, and you should always deal with the reality of yourself and understand when you're reminiscing about the good old days, the child that you was is responsible for the person that you now are. And if you don't remember where you come from, you're never going to get to where you're going. So sometimes take that trip back down memory lane and see what you see, so you never lose the reality of who you are. One of my favorite songs.